I'm Godfrey Bloom. I'm a member of the European Parliament. I represent Yorkshire and North Lincolnshire for the United Kingdom Independence Party, and I sit on two committees. One is the Monetary and Economic Affairs Committee, so I'm at the forefront of all this Euro nonsense that's going on, and I also sit on the Environment Committee. The thing that's on the front burner is the Euro and the demise of the Euro. I was a guest lecturer at Cambridge University back in the mid-1990s. I'm a professional financial economist before I went into politics. And I was explaining to the undergraduates and the faculty why the euro couldn't possibly work for more than about 10 years because it was fundamentally flawed from the very beginning. The idea that you could have the same interest rates and the same currency for economies so diverse as Portugal, Greece, Spain and Germany was always unsustainable. And of course, what's happened is it takes time. Economics, macroeconomics doesn't move in a nanosecond. It takes time, and we've had 10 years. And of course, it's been going wrong for 10 years, bit by bit, but nobody's talked about it. Nobody wanted to talk very much about it. And now it's come home to roost, I'm afraid, and the situation is extremely serious. We didn't just get £1 trillion worth of debt. We haven't just got £1 trillion worth of debt. That took years to come about, and nobody flagged it up. It's going up now by £100 billion a year more until 2015. Still nobody's really talking about it. The country's actually going broke, and still we're not talking about it.
Okay, so people out there are feeling pretty helpless and cut off. What do you think? Do you think the government's doing enough to help SMEs, or is it that people need to act themselves and do this themselves?
I can understand you don't have much time, but that doesn't mean to say that you can't write to your MP and your MEP and say you are deeply dissatisfied about the way small businesses or medium-sized businesses are being treated. And a lot of people say, I get interviewed by people and they say, what do you think small businesses want from government? You know, what can government do for small businesses? And the answer is very simple to government: get off people's backs. Nobody wants anything. None of your members want anything from government except for them to go away. Will the government go away? Will the little man from the council go away? Will the VAT man go away? Will the health and safety guy go away?
What's your take on David Cameron's withdrawal from the Eurozone agreement?
All this razzmatazz about standing up for the City of London that's gone on in the last couple of weeks is so much political posturing. The regulation of the City of London was passed over in September 2010, and it was voted for, with the exception of UKIP, by all the main parties, the Labour Party, Liberal Democrats and the Conservative Party. They all voted for transfer. So the actual regulation of the City of London went 14 or 15 months ago. So he hasn't saved anything. Nothing will change. Nothing can change. The city is regulated by Brussels, and it has been now for 14 months. So all this kerfuffle and hullabaloo is actually completely, as most things in modern politics are, completely and totally bogus. But it's not in British interest. We don't even have a seat at the World Trade Organization now.
So if you change things, Godfrey, what would you do?
I'd come out of the entire European Union and I would negotiate the same sort of arrangement as the Swiss have, the Norwegians have, the Turks have, and other countries, and say, look, we want to be friends, we want to trade, but we don't want all your rules and regulations, and we certainly can't afford to send £50 million a day to the European Union when we don't even know where it goes. They haven't signed off their accounts for nearly 16 years. If any of your members did that, they would be watching this in prison.